What is going on, Yu-Gi-Oh community? YGL Paladin back here with another video, and it is my birthday at the time of recording this video, and Konami decided to treat me with a live stream of Age of Overlord, and we got a bunch of reveals that were in there with like Armor XCs and a new Synchro card, but I'm not going to talk about any of those. What I'm mostly going to talk about is the new TG cards, which got me very excited, and that was just a nice, very nice and surprising birthday gift to me. So we're going to go through all these cards. I have already read them, but I'm just going to give my overall thoughts and opinions about them, starting with the TG Rocket Salamander. It is a level 1 fire pyro effect monster with 600 attack and defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You contribute 1 TG monster, special summon 1 TG monster with a different original name from your deck. If you control a machine TG monster, you can target 1 level 4 or lower TG monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense, but its effects are negated. So this is a really good card. I love this card because it is actually a bonfire target, so that's actually really cool. There is a searchable rota for this, but you can also summon this card, tribute itself, and you could summon out the TG Screw from your deck. It is a level 4 tuner monster, and when it's special summoned, you could bring back Salamander and then go into a Synchro for 5, and from there it's very interesting because we'll get into the Synchro that you can go into. But next we're going to go into TG Mighty Striker. It is a level 2 Earth Warrior Synchro tuner effect monster with 1800 attack points, 0 defense points. The materials are 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. You can only use the first and third effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can add 1 TG spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Once per opponent's main phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using monsters you control as materials, including this card. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, you can send 1 TG card from your deck to the graveyard. So I like this because the only other level 2 TG Synchro monster we have was that a Dragonfly, and that wasn't really all that great. But this allows you to get a search for a TG spell and trap card, which is actually interesting to note that the old TG spell and traps, you cannot search those because the way they are written is literally TG, not T.G. You know, you have to search those. And we do get 3 new ones and that you could search with it. So that's actually pretty cool. And it's a Formula Synchro and a Foolish Burial when it's sent to the graveyard. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's a nice searchable, but I like the spells that you could search with it. So we'll get into those a little bit later. But next we're going to talk about is TG Over Dragner. It is a level 5 Dark Dragon Synchro effect monster with 2100 attack and 1900 defense points. Requires 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner monster. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon any number of TG monsters from your graveyard in defense. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except TG monsters. If this card on the field is destroyed, draw 1 card. I really like this card because it's basically a soul charge. It's a soul charge for TG monsters. Now, sure, you do get locked into TGs, but I mean, that's all right. But it has a really cool synergy with the Salamander. What I was saying, that you can normal summon Salamander, tribute itself, summon Screw from the deck, bring back Salamander, synchro into this card, activate this effect, bring back those 2 monsters, synchro those into another level 5, which will be Star Guardian, and Star Guardian can recycle Screw to your hand. That way you can have a follow-up during the next turn, and then you can synchro summon into like maybe into Barony during your opponent's turn because of the quick effect of Star Guardian, which is kind of cool. I do like this card a lot, and I'm very excited that we got something like this. Now we're going to go into the next Synchro monster, which is TG Goblin Blaster. It is a level 12 Earth Machine Synchro effect monster, 4000 attack and defense, requires 1 tuner Synchro monster and 2 or more non-tuner Synchro monsters, must be Synchro summoned. Quick effect, you can target 1 monster special summon from the extra deck, banish it. You can only use this, you can use this effect a number of times per turn up to the number of non-tuner synchro monsters you use as synchro materials for this card. Once per turn, if a monster or monsters becomes banished face up, you can target one of them, special summon it to your field, ignoring summoning conditions. So I like this updated version of Halberd Cannon. Think it's a little bit better, the fact that you can actually use this multiple times. So since you're going to be at least using 2 non-tuner synchro monsters, you can at least banish up to 2 of their monster special summon from the extra deck. I do kind of wish it negated the summoning, but I mean, it's better than nothing. It's a removal, that's fine. And I do wish we had a negate on it, but it is what it is. So I like this card, and you can bring back a monster that's banished to your side of the field, ignoring summoning conditions. So that also includes like the extra deck monsters. So I like that. It's pretty cool, neat, and like I said, it's an updated version of Halberd Cannon. So the next card we're going to go into is really good. It is TG Break Limiter. It is a normal spell card. You can only use the 1 of the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn. Discard 1 card, add 2 TG monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 TG monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, or if you control a machine TG monster, you can add it to your hand instead. I love this. You get to add 2 TG monsters from your deck to your hand. That is awesome. Really good searchability there. And you go into that whole 1-card Salamander combo play. And I like it. It's neat. It's definitely what the deck needed. We needed searchers. And I really can't complain too much about this. The second effect is, it's all right. You do have to control a machine TG monster, but this next card kind of, gets rid of that, a little restriction there. But I like it. It's cool. It's a 3-of. Definitely really neat. And I like the artwork of it. So that card I was mentioning is TG All Clear. It is a continuous spell card. You can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. TG monsters on the field become machine monsters. So there you go. That's going to go well with the limiter. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 TG monster. In addition to your normal summon set, you can only gain this effect once per turn. During your main phase, you can destroy 1 TG monster in your hand or field. And if you do, add 1 TG monster with a different name from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So this is kind of like a Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. And it's cool. I like it. It's a searchability. You get another normal summon. Your TGs all become machine monsters, which I think is a play from the anime. They all had... The Synchro monsters, I think, all had the effect of them, like, they'd be treated as machines as well, but that did not translate into the OCG, TCG when they came out. So I guess that's kind of why they put that in there. So it's cool. I like this card. Nothing too much to say about this, but yeah, we're going to go into the final card, which is TG Close. It is a counter trap card. You can only use the one of the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn. When your opponent activates a spell trap card or a monster effect, and you control a machine TG monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. If a Synchro monster or monsters becomes banished while this card's in your graveyard, you can set this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So we did get a counter trap. I believe it's like an Infernity's Barrier, right? And yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's decent. I do kind of wish we had gotten that in a Synchro monster, but I mean, I guess we can have at least the 2 disruptions, and we have this counter trap card, which can be searched with Striker, Mighty Striker, and yeah, I mean, I'm down for it. I like this. And yeah, I think, I don't know if you can play this probably as a 1-of because you could just search it, but then it gets banished afterwards. So as long as you can try to destroy your opponent in the next turn, I think you'd be all right after the 2 disruptions and this 1 negate. So yeah, I think I like it. I think I like this a lot more than I originally thought. And yeah, overall, I really do like these cards. Now, I do have a couple of gripes, though. If you guys saw my stories on my Instagram, I was kind of posting that I hoped that we had got a link to TG monster. Like, I really wish we would have gotten one, because we had the Trident launcher, and we used to play the Hulky Fibrax to bring out a tuner from your deck. Then you link those into a Trident launcher, and you special summon out 3 TGs. I kind of wish we got a link to, just to like help ease that in there. And you could special summon a TG from your deck too with that link too, and just restrict the TGs. I mean, all these cards already do that. So I don't think it would have been a big issue if we had gotten something like that. And one thing I really do wish we would have gotten is an updated version of Blade Blaster. Now, at least a level 10, like just a level 10 TG Synchro. That would have been fine, because Blade Blaster is just it's not good in this format, or like really any. I think it only protects on its own targeting, and it banishes during your bonus turn if you want to, as a quick effect. I don't know. I do wish we would have done a level 10. Maybe that would have been the monster negate or something like that. Or just a card negate if you just discarded a TG monster or something like that. But it is what it is. I like the support overall. It's really good. I like it. I'm a big fan of TGs in the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. And man, they're really going hard for the 15-year anniversary, because we got the Jack Atlas, we got Yusei for Duelist Nexus, and now we got TGs coming out in Age of Overlord for Bruno and Tommy. And I just love it. I really like this, and I cannot wait to play this when it comes out. I'm definitely going to want to play this deck. I know these cards are going to spike like crazy. They probably already did by now. I just haven't checked yet. I just went straight into making a video. And yeah, I like this. It's really cool. It's neat. I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions about these. And do you guys wish we get more support? I hope we do get more support. Like, no, they would have done it in Animation Chronicles this year if they would have. I don't even know if there's any TG cards that we're still missing. I know we got getting some in the Animation Chronicles sets, Battles of Legends. So I don't know if there's any more. I have to go back and check if we got any more upcoming ones that have not got released yet. But hey, I'm happy that we got support to really boost up this deck, and I'm very excited for it. I cannot wait to play this when it comes out. And like I said, Konami's going hard this year for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D. So hey, Konami, if you happen to be listening, I hope you go even harder next year when it's going to be the 20th anniversary for Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I swear, I need to see some like massive heroes and stuff like this much love that you get for 5Ds, because man, this is like so much love for the era of 5Ds, and I'm just giddy about it because 5Ds, if you guys don't know, was the first anime that I actually watched subbed from beginning to end, because when I watched DX, it was like in the middle of season 3. So, and then I went on from afterwards and started from there. So 5Ds, it's just like, it's very nostalgic to me that this was like where I watched the first ever from beginning to end as subbed. And I remember that duel between Yusei and Bruno Antomi. That was an awesome duel. And then going into, what was it, Delta Excel Synchro? That was awesome. And this is just kind of bringing me back to that kind of era over 15 years ago. Well, not 15 years ago, at least like maybe like what, 13 years ago. I don't really remember, but it was awesome. Very excited for this, and I'm going to stop rambling here, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and please leave me your comments down below about this, and are you very excited for this TG support in Age of Overlord?